Yeah.
This is an easy one for you. How did you come up with the name for?
Okay, that's pretty good. Love it. Okay, Seven for All Mankind. It's so funny because both names I came up with came from a movie. We thought, I mean, not in purpose. You know, I'm going to say it the wrong way because it's very, you know, it's in English. Armageddon? Yeah, oh, thank you. Okay.
Jerome, you don't have an accent, do you?
A little bit. Well, but I mean, it basically, like, I was inspired by it, but I was inspired by the meaning of what I've seen and me believing a lot of people around me to make that dream happen. So in the movie, I don't know if you remember at the end, but Bruce Willis stays up there and he pulls off the patch of his suit and he gives it to, what's his name, you know, that's going to be the husband of his daughter. Ben Affleck. And it says astronaut something for all mankind. For all mankind. And that was the first slogan that, you know, it marked me because we were thinking about when I started, you know, sometimes you do the design and then you find the name. Doesn't mean that sometimes you find the name and then then you do the design. And then when I was with my partners, one of my partner's son is a football player, and his number was number 7. And another of my partners said, "Yeah, my son is born on." And I thought that 7 was a. Well, it's to me it was very powerful for a reason. I just left Lucky Brand, and I believe that Lucky Brand was very in your face in a lot of ways when the product was there. And I thought 7 was more refined as a lucky, it's a lucky number 2. So I did 7 and then For All Mankind. And that was one of the first company that was with a number 7. That's it. And Citizens of Humanity, basically, if you look at the movie, you guys are laughing. Okay. So those guys are ready to go to the moon and they're ready to go to the moon, one of the guys makes a speech, and he said, for all the humanity, for all the citizens of humanity, they're going to do that. It's about people, what they do for other people. That's it. Okay.
Interesting. Ruth?
In California, we're very aware of the history of jeans coming from the gold fields, coming from ranchers. They were workers. And now one sees jeans in situations that are extremely remote from working, from anything that has anything to do with labor.
I'm gonna.
They still have this aura.
I have an idea.
How much do you think you're still consciously making use of a kind of cowboy ranch aesthetic?
Well, I'm going to answer a little bit about that because you answer all the questions. Best way. No, but it's true. What you're saying is amazing because, to me, like the heritage of the jeans is basically the workwear, Levi's. You'd never call the jeans a blue jeans when it was in the 40s or the 50s. Levi's was the name for the blue jeans. So, and I don't believe like you can make nobody wants a tie in denim and a suit in denim. It should be basically, and I think that the way we design today, luxury goods are over. The market for luxury goods is overpriced. You know that if you go to any luxury stores, they're on sale the first day they hit the floor, okay? So there is, to me, a comeback. You can see even like the fits that we have today are a little bit looser fit, more comfortable, it's coming back more to the roots of the jeans. So to me, it's like, either it's a nautical story, it's a workwear story, it's a 501 story. It needs to come back to his roots. Even in the washes, that is more natural. In everything, that's what I think. But
just to add one more thing, probably because I'm not American, but I have a lot of respect of the origin of the jean. I have to say nothing more than the jean represents the spirit of America. And let's say the jean has been, obviously was born with miners, ranchers, cowboys. But the jeans still represent America today, and today America is not about ranchers, it's not about miners, it's about young guys going to the malls, going to driving a car in LA, or having fun on the beach. And the jean is still representing this life. And I hope it's going to continue to represent this life. And the beautiful thing of the jean is that they have such a long life that in some ways taking your heart, you know, it represents a nation.
I remember when Robert Hansen was here from Levi Strauss, and he was sharing with us that in the Czechoslovakian, at that time Czechoslovakian Revolution, one of the underground sayings was, "Do you choose the government or do you choose Levi's?" Which, you know, was Levi's is the code for freedom. And this was, I think, in 1965, the Dubček Revolution, right? Anybody else have it? Yes.
My question is for Adriana. A lot of us in the room are aspiring entrepreneurs, and I consider you a serial entrepreneur.
That's like a serial killer?
When we have a lot of, when we think, there are a lot of issues that we consider lost in our roads. So what was your stepping stone into doing something else, into becoming an entrepreneur? And what advice do you have to overcome those, those roadblocks that we create for ourselves to get to where we want to get?
This one is a very bad question for me. Because let's say, when I see my career, is one thing that I've not been able to do is to continue something. And I'm still very good friend with Renzo Rosso, that is the actual my partner, and is the actual owner of Diesel. And when we go for dinner, all the time we laugh, because he's telling me, I had one company only in my life. You did probably 30 different companies, or maybe more, I don't know, and many different projects. And we have fun each other because we are so different. Bottom line is, in my opinion, is just to say, are you happy of what you did? Renzo is happy of what he did, and honestly, I'm happy about what I did because I obviously had different goals. The truth is that I'm fascinated about new projects, new ideas, and when there is an opportunity to create something new, I jump in. And it's part of, in some way, of my personality. I feel like at the end of my career, I hope that even if it is, I hope not too late, but I'm gonna learn now to put all my energy in only one thing. I have to say that, anyhow, that when I look back, I had such a wonderful time in this business that probably I should do it again.
Anybody else? Yes.
I have a question. We're seeing now that jeans are becoming more and more stretched and less cotton. Do you think that the new appearance and shape of jeans still holds the integrity of what jeans were once before?
Jerome?
It's more about, I think the inspiration of jeans, it's sometimes it's an event about a fit, you know? Like when Seven came up with their fit, it was about a sexy fit. The stretch came in, but we still best ourselves on like a universal fit. It goes with eras. Like right now, like what I was saying earlier, is we see a lot of loose fit coming back in the market, and it's almost has to do with like what we're going through right now, how more comfortable we want to feel, and more, you know. So I mean, I think that it's always going to come. It's always going to take maybe a new, after 3, 4 years or 5 years, a new direction. But to me, it's always from something that existed before. We always bring back the past.
Anybody else have any questions? Yes.
As a designer, how did you do your market research to see if a model would work or not? Or did you do any market research?
For the okay. Are you talking when you said market research for the model for the fit? Yeah, I think it goes with you have an idea first of all of a fit that you want to come into the market. And from that, you basically choose the girl that you want to work with, the shape. But I mean, the fit at the end of the day has got to be very universal. So a lot of people, so there is flattering way to do a jeans. There is flattering way to do a fit. You know, so yeah, that's very important. I did a research. It's very simple. There was a story because I saw that fit before I left Lucky. And since I was only working there, the girl that was in charge of the pattern room freaked out, and she went to see the owner of Lucky and said, Jerome wants to change the fit model. And she was freaking out because changing the fit model was changing the fit and the look.
Let's take one more. Yes?
Do you have either of you like something that inspired you for certain like fits or anything like that?
Let's say, and I like also to answer a little bit to your question about the market research. I suppose that you are thinking about serious marketing. That means serious market research in terms that is something really serious. Honestly, I have to say we are not. Our marketing research is our stomach. I mean, is really in the fashion business is what we feel at a certain point, what is inspiring us at a certain moment is totally not technical. The jean, even if all over the world they sell probably billions of pieces of jeans every year, is still not using a marketing technology that, I don't know, this guy is using, or Coca-Cola, or any other product of mass consumption. The beautiful thing is you invent a new fit and you are in business.
You guys were just absolutely something. I've never heard anybody say about a jean, I'm going to go home and put on my mama. But so I guess if I can just stand back and look at the forest instead of the two trees up here, I think it's very interesting that we have someone from Italy and someone from France who lead an American industry. I think that says a lot about the potential of our country. I think it also says a lot about the fact that, you know, if you're good at what you do, you love what you do, and you have passion and you're going to work hard, that, you know, you can make it in this wonderful country. So all this talk about the difficult economic times, I mean, yes, okay, but, you know, guess what? As soon as the cycle goes down, it goes back up. So, and you guys are the next upswing, so go for it. Anyway, Adriano and Jerome, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and if there's one word once again that comes up at our little lecture series here is passion and love. I heard it once again, and it was told in a different way, but if you love what you do, you'll always be successful. So Come and see our next one. I think our next one is going to be Mickey Drexler. He's going to come back and visit with us again. I talked to Mickey this week, and he said, sign me up. Just give me a date. So anyway, thank you very much for coming.